You know that feeling, right? That frustration when you're just waiting for a package, for a text back, for the traffic light to finally turn green. It feels like such wasted time. But what if it's not? What if all that impatience is actually pointing to something deeper? Today, we're going to explore how to turn those annoying moments of waiting into some pretty powerful opportunities for personal growth.
Ugh, this thought. Isn't it here yet? We've all muttered this, refreshing our email for the 10th time. It's that universal, impatient little question that pretty much everyone on the planet can relate to. And it's the perfect place for us to start.
So let's get specific. Picture this. You're trying to get your classes registered for the new semester. You've sent off that all-important email, you've done your part, and now crickets. You just have to wait. And that's when that little seed of frustration starts to sprout, right? You need to get this handled, you want to feel prepared, and the silence is just deafening. And that feeling, that unease, is exactly what we're diving into first. It's this constant battle going on inside us between what our brain knows and what our impatient heart feels.
I mean, this is the internal tug-of-war, isn't it? Your rational mind is being all logical, saying, hey, they're probably swamped, or these things take time. But then there's your impatient heart, which is basically a toddler screaming, but I want it now! It doesn't care about logic, it just wants things sorted out. And that clash, right there, is the real source of all that frustration.
So, admitting you have that internal conflict is a huge first step. But the next one requires digging a little deeper and asking a much tougher question. Where is all this impatience really coming from? And fair warning, the answer can be a little tough to swallow. You know, when the author of our source material really sat with this feeling, the big reveal was, well, it was humbling. The frustration wasn't really about the person on the other end of the email. Nope. It was a selfish desire for them to get on our timeline, to move at our speed. We don't want our routine messed with, especially when we've got our own goals, like wanting a clear head for the new year. When you boil it all down, it's really just about us.
And that realization is a total game changer. This is the moment we stop pointing fingers and finally turn the spotlight back on ourselves.
So, here's the question the source material wants us to really think about. Let's forget about waiting for an email for a second. In your own life, what pushes your buttons? When do those, let's say, less than charming parts of your personality decide to make an appearance?
To kind of get the ball rolling, here are a few super common triggers. Does it happen when you're in a rush? Or maybe when you're just plain exhausted and all your filters are down? What about when you mess something up or you feel like someone's criticizing you? Just figuring out what your personal triggers are is a massive step toward understanding yourself a whole lot better. Okay, so once we've had that honest moment and faced some of those uncomfortable truths, we can bring in this really powerful new idea that completely flips the whole experience of waiting on its head. Our source introduces this incredible concept from the Bible called Seminary②. Now, this isn't just about any old time. It means something much more specific. It's the appropriate time, a divinely appointed special moment, a decisive opportunity. This one idea can shift your whole perspective from, why is this taking so long, to, you know what, maybe it's just not the right time yet.
And here's the kicker. This is so important. All these small day-to-day frustrations, waiting in line, waiting for a reply, they're not just random annoyances. They're actually training. Think about it. If we can't learn to be patient and trust the process when the stakes are super low, how on earth are we going to handle waiting for those huge, life-changing Seminary② moments that really define our lives?
This insight brings us to our final and maybe most important part. How do we take this cool philosophical idea and actually turn it into a practical tool for real-life personal growth?
All right, here's the playbook. It's a simple, 3-step method. The next time you feel that frustration bubbling up while you're waiting, first, just pause and ask yourself, what is it that I'm lacking in this exact moment? Step 2, identify the answer. Is it patience? Is it trust? Maybe it's just perspective. And then step 3, this is where the magic happens. Act on it. Don't just notice the feeling. Use that so-called wasted time to actively work on what you're missing. If you need patience, practice some deep breathing. If you're lacking trust, try to remember a time when things worked out just fine. You're literally turning dead time into active self-improvement.
So, when you pull it all together, what have we learned? That waiting isn't the enemy. It's more like a mirror. It shows us where we're impatient, sure, but it also gives us this amazing chance to grow. The biggest takeaway is this: if we ever want to be truly ready for life's big, defining moments,
We have to start by learning to find the lesson and the value hidden in all these little, frustrating waits.
And that really just leaves us with one last thing to think about. The next time you're stuck in limbo, waiting for something, instead of letting frustration take over, try getting curious. Ask yourself this question: what is my waiting time trying to teach me right now? The answer you find might just be the most important thing you learn all day.